Good afternoon, everybody. I have the book that Eliane shared with you at share time today, and I'm going to read it to you. It's Crabby and Nabby, A Tale of Two Blue Crabs. This book was Mrs. Roberts when I was a little girl. When I was young, I lived in Pennsylvania, and I didn't grow up going to the beach all the time. So when we had summer vacations, we would go to the Outer Banks, which is in North Carolina. And this story was purchased in one of the gift shops. So I hope you enjoy. Crabby and Nabby were two blue crabs. They swam and they ate and they lived in the water all of the time. Crabby was a Jimmy crab and Nabby was a she crab. Crabby was crabby because he only had two little claws. One was a little hard claw and the other one was a little soft one, just beginning to grow back. You see, Crabby had an accident. One day, he bumped into a big fish and lost both of his claws. But when crabs lose their claws, they can grow them back. Nabby had two large claws. She could very easily catch plenty of food. One day, Nabby met Crabby. "Why are you so blue?" she said to him. "I can't catch enough food with these little claws," said Crabby sadly. Nabby felt so sorry for her new friend. "Come on, let's go fishing," she said, "and I will catch some food for the both of us." So Crabby and Nabby swam along until they saw a school of fish. Nabby began to nab one little fish after another. Now it was springtime, and the weather was getting warm. There was lots of food for Crabby and Nabby. Crabby's claws grew bigger and stronger, and Nabby began to get bigger and bigger under her shell from eating so much food. She was getting too big for her house. I think I'm getting too big for my house. I eat snacks all day. Nabby was becoming a buster crab. Her shell started to crack open, and she began to cry. "What am I going to do without my shell?" she asked Crabby. "I will be eaten if I'm a soft crab without my shell." Crabby knew that Nabby was right. Everything likes to eat soft crabs. Birds, fish, snakes, man, and even other crabs. Crabby remembered the scary times when he was a soft crab. He always had to hide from being eaten. "Don't worry," Crabby said to Nabby. "I will protect you." So he picked up Nabby and cuddled her next to him with his 6 legs. Nabby was so happy she thought, "Now I am safe. You are a true blue friend, Crabby." But along came a man with his dip net. "Oh, there's a doubler. 2 crabs together," he said to himself. "I will catch me some crabs 2 at a time." But Crabby was too quick for the man. He carried Nabby and swam away to the deep water. Now Nabby's shell was cracking more and more. It was time for her to be a soft crab. But wait, it was more than that. It was time for Nabby to be a mama crab. She was old enough. She could have little crabs. Crabby knew it was that time. How he knew, we don't know. Crabby took Nabby close to the shore where the water was not so deep. He turned her loose gently and let her rest in front of him. Nabby turned and twisted and slipped out of her shell. Now she was a soft crab. All of a sudden, another big Jimmy crab came along. Crabby was so mad that he waved his claws, and that scared that Jimmy crab away. Crabby picked up Nabby and cuddled her again, this time upside down. And just like that, Crabby and Nabby were Mr. and Mrs. Blue Crab. Just a few hours, Nabby's soft shell turned hard again, and Crabby and Nabby swam away deep into the water. Later on, when it was springtime again, a great change came into Nabby. She became a sponge crab. Thousands and thousands of eggs bloomed out from under her tail or apron. When the weather became warm, Nabby's eggs hatched. Thousands and thousands of little Crabbies and Nabbies began a new life and swam away. The strange thing is that they didn't even look like crabs. They were so small they could not be seen in the water. As the days went by, the new little Crabbies and Nabbies swam and ate. They began to change shape and look like little crabs. They caught their food with their tiny claws, and they grew bigger and stronger. Each time when little crabs grew too big for the old shells, they would twist and turn backwards out of their shells and become soft crabs. But in a few hours, the little soft crabs were hard crabs again, with bigger and brand new shells. It wasn't long before the little crabs grew big enough to be Mommy and Daddy crabs, just like Crabby and Nabby. And later on, thousands and thousands of Crabbies and Nabbies hatched and swam in the waters again. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, a tale about two blue crabs, and I hope you guys have a great evening with your family, eat delicious dinner, and go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.